Sirma, your days are numbered. I am going to rain fiery death down upon you and your land until you surrender to me, and it shall be the greatest feeling ever. But first, we need to build a fleet. Indeed. We will need to build a fleet. So, let us get to that. Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Sword of the Stars, where we work on obliterating an independent planet. It is not even another civilization slash race slash faction, and it's giving me trouble. Oh. Game. So, last time we finished cruiser construction. That gives us a lot of extra options. Get off. That gives us a lot of extra options. For example, here's salvage technology that lets me build basically what you'd consider a repair and salvage ship, like it says, that repairs vessels that it's in a fleet with. Not particularly useful to me. Other races can make more use of it, but that does lead into mining, and mining something that we'll need to be using later on. It also made heavy combat lasers available to research, which will put massive frickin' lasers on the front of our ships. They're alright, but most of the other factions get them, and they're a bit overplayed. They're a good weapon for the front of your ship, though, I won't lie. And they also gave us data synergy, which lets us build the cruiser command and control, which is better in every way, but that takes a lot of turns to research, so we probably won't be doing that right off the bat. How does our fusion look? 96 turns. Well, here we go. I might actually want to double check to see how long that takes, because I didn't have my research slider set up. So that takes 11 turns, and that takes 11 turns. Still a little high, but we'll see. Oh, it also gave us corrosive missiles, which we will research at some point, I'm sure. For now, what should we research? We should research mass drivers. We need to get some better weapons,
Your word is law,
and that's the best way to do it.
Research in this area begins now.
Next turn, we'll have a battle here. We'll see how it goes. We should win. Like I mentioned in the previous episode, their ships are really frail, so I shouldn't expect too many problems with them unless they tech very well. That's something that'll come up later on in the game, though. It shouldn't be an issue right now. And what happened to the ships that I sent over here? Wester and Yith. There's actually a Morgi ship there. My sensors, every ship has sensors, some are longer than others. I can go in here and see toggle sensor network, and I can see how large the detection radius are of all of my planets. Planets are larger than ships, and you can build radar stations that greatly increase it later on. So we might have found a colony of Mr. Great here. I'll never remember his name. Kulpias. Quite possibly. But we shall see. Now, I don't particularly remember how to make deals. I think it's this button. I don't remember. I saw this when I was looking through the videos you are worthy to share profits with. I assume that means that they want to have a trade agreement. But view diplomatic agreements, compose message. Is this it? think so. Let's do that. Let's do that. Hey, I need some money. Why would we fund a barbarian? You'd only put it to evil use. Who's this? Oh, hey! They actually showed... Huh, interesting. The other factions in the game. We're not getting into that at the moment. It's a secret. That's not really what I wanted to do, though. Where do I do diplomacy? Unless we could just not do it yet, but I don't know why they would say, hey, we're up for a agreement. We could definitely be interested in agreement if we couldn't actually make an agreement. And it does say we can make ceasefire agreements. Is it another button? Ranks, Intel, Empire, Diplomacy. Yeah, that would be it. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to do that. I assume I don't have the text for it, or something. Who knows? No, I think it's just another scout ship. We'll see. We will know soon enough. Yeah, this is a prohibitive planet. I know it because I could see the magma. Cool story, people can't actually live in magma. Well, at least we'll be able to take out another one of their scout ships. And we'll skip this. Because I'm not sitting here watching another one of these one-on-one fights. They do get repetitive after a while. It's a thing. And yeah, we're gonna lose this battle. That's too bad. We're actually very going to lose this battle. I don't know why they beat me so soundly. Probably just a matter of luck. These mass weapons, they aren't particularly accurate compared to like lasers and such. But he has mass weapons too. He might just be getting luckier with it. Another thought might be that his weapons are well-to-do firing downwards, which he's above my ship. Something to think about as well. We definitely ruined his day, though. And of course we didn't get planetary information because we lost it all. And the extended raid ships are here. We can do more scouting. You go to there. You go to there.
We embark as ordered.
And you go to there. Alright then. Good enough for me. Oh, planets, why you know grow faster. I might have to research that other tech. The, other genetic... Oh, hey, here's this. The other tech for population growth and terraforming efficiency. I don't really want to do that because I think we're okay for now. And us being as far back as we are, that little extra isn't going to help us too much right now. Right now we need to take out that cursed independent colony. Oh, let's see what the Lear do. Ah, yes, the Dodo ships. That is what they are. I showed this game off to my friends before. That was the first thing that they mentioned. What are these Lear ships? Why do they look like flying dodos? Ah, yes. Tentacled for your pleasure. Well, he's not firing. and neither am I. I have my button on the trigger, though. You know what? Let's just open fire. Let's take them out. Makes me feel a bit of a scumbag, but... well, I'll get over it. And let's actually do a slightly different tactic this time. Let us keep turning the focus, my fire, on it, since most of my guns are forward-facing. Turn broadside. Yeah, hey, that worked out pretty well. Might be something we want to think about later on, because we crushed that Lear ship. It helps that Lear ships are naturally frail. I mentioned that in a previous video, but I'm not too upset about it. So here we do have a list of players, but it doesn't give us the rank. I thought there was a place we could get ranks. Oh, here it is. Rankings. Imagine that. We rank 5 in everything but tech. I sort of saw that coming. This doesn't bode well. This late in the game, we're not really late in the game. We're about maybe like a fifth or a sixth of the way through the game, give or take. And we're 5th. I wonder who's 6th though. The 6th place player has to be doing very poorly. Very poorly. To be doing worse than I am right now, and I'm doing pretty bad. I am. I like to put a flare on that I know what I'm doing, and it's the prudent thing to do. I haven't been playing this game as efficiently as I could, and not colonizing my planets until later has really hurt me. But I'm picky when it comes to my planets, and these planets don't cut it for me. They don't. A couple of the planets like Kake, Kokona, and yes, even Ko-Roker, I would colonize later on in the game. The problem, and this is a flaw in my playstyle, because I'm so picky, if I don't have a good planet near me, I fall behind.
System update.
And that causes problems. Obviously, we're now in 5th place. It is a thing. It is a very big thing. Oh boy. It's a mixture of having a poor start and me not playing this game for a while until I started recording. But that's okay, because if there's anything I've learned from playing games, it's that losing is fun. And if you can't play a game and lose, then why are you even playing the game? The natural outcome of playing a game is you either win or you lose. That's the way it is. And more often than not, I see people cheat. I see people get frustrated. I see people reload games when they're going to lose. And it embarrasses me as a gamer. I understand it's the human nature to want to win. It really is. But losing is part of the game. And as someone who was on the tennis team in high school and lost frequently, I was not a good tennis player. It's something you have to learn about, and it's something that you learn how to deal with handedly. So yeah, I'm losing this game. Will I lose the game in the long run? That has yet to be seen. I wouldn't be
We have
surprised
made
if
a
I lost in
breakthrough,
the long
Dark
run.
Owner.
I really wouldn't. And it's because of how poorly my early game went. Silvari, size 5, 4,700, cost 63,000. I might consider colonizing it later on, but it's a little out there for me. But, oh, so mass drivers are done. That means I can start building cruisers. I was waiting for that. I didn't want to start building cruisers until I actually had a couple of weapons to put on them. So now that I have mass drivers, I can research a lot of mass weapons. I can research armor-piercing rounds. I can research stormers. Stormers are a personal favorite of mine. They're basically machine guns. A very rapid-fire drive delivery system that fires an intense stream of Gauss cannon rounds on a single target. It's quite pleasing to watch, if I do say so myself. I may want to do some energy weapon tech. I've been kind of avoiding it. Something like plasma cannons, for example, would be good. I could also do torpedoes or overthrusting. Actually, the pursuit mission turns a lot of the firepower forward, as does the strafe command module. They work really well together for forward-facing ships, but it's only on destroyers, and it's going to take 8 turns to research. Gamma warheads. No. We have Lear and Morgie. Our next research is reflective coating. They're both good at energy weapons. This is a necessity. A necessity. Ha. And now we'll actually design a cruiser. We don't have too many options right now, but we will deal with that when the time comes. Alright, so pulse fission fissionables will be our engine. That's the best we can do right now. We can't do... Oh, I just hit my microphone. That will sound horrible. Now, we have a few options for the mission, including point defense. I think I'm going to leave it on armor right now. Refinery will take the place of our... One moment, I have to readjust my mic. Okay. Refineries will take the place of our tankers later on, and they can use resources in an unoccupied system to get more fuel. I probably won't be using them for that, but I will be using them for mid to late game tankers. Extended range, I don't particularly fancy cruiser scouts. They have a lot of range and they have a lot of fuel, but no. We're going to stick to armor for now. And for our command module, we will actually use strafe. Strafe has a bunch of forward-facing mass drivers and a bunch of forward-facing Gauss cannons, which I will then make point defense. All of the small mounts will be point defense, and that gives us excellent, fair coverage against missile attacks, unless they come from the top. They could, and there will certainly be cases where they will. These will all be missiles. Definitely. But these forward cannons definitely will be the mass driver, and we will name this the Tarkasian Cruiser. And that will be our default ship. Bunch of missiles, bunch of mass drivers, point defense, and we will upgrade it with the armor upgrades as it comes along. So let's build a few. Let's build 5. Let's build 6. Let's build 7. Let's build 6. You. Sirma?
increase the fleet.
Ooh. If only you knew what was coming to get you. If only you knew. And we're actually going to throw some light defense. No. Well... No, we're not going to throw light defense platforms around that planet. I don't care about that planet. Our home planet is currently producing... Silvari, did we check that planet out? I believe so. Okay. So, Cathal, you are getting there. You're almost done. You're doing well. You're doing a good job. So, this was where that fight was. We need to take Sirma out. This is something I'm going to be doing. Both for revenge purposes and for the planet. And as you can see, because we do not have Lear language translated, we can't actually understand what they say in system chat. So that's an interesting piece of immersion. And that happens in multiplayer games as well. So you'll have people talking, and if you don't understand the language, you won't know what they're saying. I likey. I likey a lot. It is interesting the way that they do that. And I don't think there's anything we can particularly do this turn. We still have that place there. 6. Fuel. Is there any place you can move? No. There are not. You game. You, however, can. I'm pretty sure you can. Oh yeah. Go to Mungo.
Our path is clear. Engaging warp engines.
And that'll be my turn. Alrighty then. We have 6 cruisers, everybody.
Update.
How does that put us in the standings? It doesn't even touch it. In fact, we are falling behind. I don't have high hopes for this game. My hope is diminishing. But I shall persevere. I shall play this game until the last Tarkasian man falls. Even though I think they're a female-run society. I say Tarkasian man because we're the manly faction. We have a manly avatar. We're a manly red. We have a manly sword as a badge. We are man. We are the manland. I apologize there. I had to cough. That manly voice was apparently too manly for me. I think we're ready. Oh. Well, I think they're ready too. They're ready for another fight. I'm going to try to stand my ground. That seemed to work pretty well for the Lear. So I'm going to point them in the right direction and see if that helps. Because if my ships are facing the target, I have more forward firepower than I do side, top, or bottom. So if they face the enemy, they should do better. Now the drawback is that I won't be moving. That'll make us an easier target. But in theory, that should make us hit better. Yeah, see? And now I'm in a weak spot. They can't shoot very well there. And now they have to turn. So, I think this is a good decision. Will it change the course of the battle? I think it might. Come on. Yes! I think this is a good plan for me. I'll have to remember that for the future. I probably won't. Our ships are just so tanky that as long as we hold our ground, take the damage, and make sure that our most powerful firing direction is always facing the enemy, we can take them out. That's an important revelation.
System
How does this planet
updates.
look? Prohibitive. Prohibitive. I think this universe is just screwed. There's so many prohibitive planets. Ugh. Really? Game, what are you doing to me? I'm going to attack now. I'm going to attack now. I can't attack. I don't have enough fuel. Well, I can build a couple tankers. That's not a big deal. Alright.
We will build as you command.
Oh, hey, we can actually line out the distances. How big is this galaxy? Let's find out. 81.9. Alright. So where's the other next closest planet? Kupak. Kupak. Huh. Your industrial output is 10,000. This is good. Let's throw in a couple of cruisers here as well. They'll take a little longer. That's okay. I'll live with it. Okay. Turn 74. Ship's construction. We should be able to make it there now. And indeed we can. 7 turns. 7 turns until I'm either fairly sure we'll pull out of this slump, or I'm fairly sure that we're going to be struggling for the rest of the game. And we're going to build a few more cruisers here just to defend the homeland. 4. 4 is fine. Yes. I don't know. Maybe I don't expand fast enough. I mean, part of the problem here is that I found another scout. Oh, man. Part of the problem here is that I didn't have any very good starting planets. And a lot of that may have been just how picky I was. Let's finish this battle. Now, we have our plan. We have our strategy. It works. Hopefully it works well enough that we won't have to worry about Mr. Strong Man. This planet actually has an asteroid belt. Oh, and I see an asteroid! Thank you, game. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to zoom in on that asteroid. That asteroid is very important to me. I mean, what would I do if I didn't know that asteroid was there? I wouldn't know to not go backwards into it. Yeah. But now I know it's there, I know not to put my spaceship into reverse so I don't back into it. Oh. One of the major complaints I have about Sword of the Stars is how wonky the map controls are. You can't scroll. This is me scrolling. This is me scrolling. What did I just do? That was me scrolling. It won't scroll. You can only focus on something, and in order to focus on something, you have to middle mouse click on it, which makes it a little clumsy. We're moving. What are you doing? Ow! That explosion took out my front, my command section. But we won the battle, everybody. We won the battle, and we found another prohibitive planet. Yeah, I think this universe is just screwed. Just so many bad planets. Well, we're making some money now, but we were also building a lot. How are these planets looking? This planet is almost done. I need to find the next planet to colonize. I'm thinking Kake, and I'm thinking... Where's the other one that I was looking at? Wester. Wester and Kake. They're fairly far away. That one is 11.5. That one is 7.0. This one is closer to the planet. I will probably be colonizing that one. In fact, I will do that right now.
Yes, Bakona.
And
We'll
Salusa
have the
is
ships
almost
out
done.
in no time.
Yeah, it's almost done. And that is why I colonized that planet, everybody. Because it was cheap. Korkora, not so much. It's getting there, though. It's getting there. Alrighty then. Let's send
System
these ships
update.
over to a new fleet and send it to Kagral? No, Kake.
Your
Kake
word
was
is
where I
law,
was going to
Bakona.
go. And we have 4 turns until
Our path is clear. Engaging
End
warp
day.
engines.
Alright, next time on Let's Play Sword of the Stars, we finally resolve our little Sirma problem. It has been a long time coming. I'm feeling fairly confident that we'll finally be able to deal with them, but we may not. And if we don't, then I'm not having high hopes for this playthrough. In fact, I'm fairly sure we may eventually lose. It may be a valiant effort on my part, but we shall see. So, until next time, happy gaming, and enjoy yourselves. I'll see you next time.